Hello there. My name is Aaron Meredith, and I'm the founder of Life Insurance for Veterans, where we are a brokerage dedicated to helping service members and veterans alike find affordable life insurance. In today's video, what I wanted to do is I wanted to break down the VA burial benefits, what exactly you get when you pass away, or what exactly your family gets when you pass away, so you understand how that works. A lot of times when I talk to veterans, they think that the VA will cover their funeral when they pass away. That is incorrect. And in this video, I wanted to break down exactly what the VA benefits were for when you do pass away and how you can potentially fill that gap. Now, what I wanted to do is actually take you on over to the va.gov website where all this information is readily available, but I just wanted to utilize that as credibility in what I'm going to cover today. So let's head on over to the va.gov website. So here I've navigated to va.gov, and the link that goes over the Veterans Burial Allowance, more commonly referred to as the Veterans Death Benefits. A lot of veterans I talk to think that they have some level of benefit that the VA will pay for their funeral. That is incorrect. The way that it works when you pass away, what your family will have to do is furnish receipts of your funeral expenses, your cremation cost, to apply for a veteran's burial allowance. It's a reimbursement. Now, they're not getting this money up front. They're still going to have to come out of pocket to pay for those expenses. This is just a reimbursement. And from what I've heard, the processing time can take up to 3 months for your family to receive that check. Now, the amount of the check is based on two factors. The factors that determine how much your family gets is what is the result of your death. It can either be as a service connected situation or condition or a non service connected death. Now, what that means is the coroner's office will determine what the cause of death was, and ultimately that decides what the check is your family will get. Now, again, you can go ahead and guess. What the VA usually determines your cause of death is not as a result of a service-connected condition. Even if you're a 100% disabled veteran, even if you're suffering from something like Agent Orange, the VA usually is going to determine that your death, because they're going to pay less money, is as a result of a non-service connected situation. Now, the maximum, if your family is lucky, very rare, is a $2,000 reimbursement that they will get. Not nearly enough to cover the cost of a funeral. And what usually happens is your family will get $893. That is the typical number that most veterans families get, and then an additional $893 if they're not utilizing a national cemetery. Now, the all-in cost for a funeral with burial is $15,000 to $20,000, depending upon the state that you live in. That covers the cemetery cost as well as the funeral director's cost. Okay. So again, it's important to understand that the VA is not going to take care of your family when you pass away. They're definitely not paying for your funeral. Your family will still have to come out of pocket. Now, that money does have to be present in order for your family to do anything, whether it's cremation or whether it's a funeral or burial. That allotment is not going to be there for them at that time. Now, if your family is self-insured, if you are self-insured and they have that money in savings, then they're all set. They're good to go. Apply for that allowance, take that free money. But if your family is like most Americans that live paycheck to paycheck and don't have $10, $15, $20,000 set aside for a funeral with burial, what you want to do is fill that gap with final expense coverage. Now, the VA has just came out with, as of January 1st, 2023, a new form of insurance offered through the VA called VA Life. Now, what we have done is we put together a free resource where you're able to go through, answer a few questions to help determine if VA Life is going to give you the most affordable, cheapest insurance that you can get on the marketplace. Now, some veterans, they will find out that the VA Life is going to give you the cheapest options. For other veterans, we'll see that insurance on the private market is going to give you a better chance at getting better coverage at a better price. Now, go ahead and click the button below. Take the 60 seconds to answer a few questions, and you'll get your results on the other side. Hopefully, you found this video helpful and useful. If you did, please give us a share, like button, subscribe. And again, thank you for allowing us to go over this insurance options that you do have.